grown man cry if you ever said goodbye. Never let you go. You can make a grown man cry if you ever left my side. Never let you go. Got the only air in my back pocket. If you ever left, I got psychotic. Heaven hit me crying, crying. Ooh. Baby, you're the key to my heart, lock it. If you ever left, never unlock it. Lonely like an island, island. Ooh. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's love but yours. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's touch but yours. You can make a grown man cry if you ever said goodbye. Never let you go. You can make a grown man cry if you ever left my side. Never let you go. Got the only air in my back pocket. If you ever left, I got psychotic. Heaven hit me crying, crying. Hit me like a drug and I can't stop it. Fit me like a glove and I can't knock it. I ain't even lying, lying. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's love but yours. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's touch but yours. If my love ain't your love, then it's nobody's. Only yours, not just anybody. And if you ever leave, then I'm never going. Nobody, nobody love. My love ain't your love, then it's nobody's. Only yours, not just anybody's. And if you ever leave, then I'm never going. Nobody, nobody love. Nobody's love. Oh yeah. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's love but yours. If my love ain't your love, it's never gonna be nobody's love. Never gonna need nobody's touch but yours. My love ain't your love, then it's nobody's. Only yours, not just anybody. And if you ever leave, then I'll never go on. Nobody, nobody love. My love ain't your love, then it's nobody's. Only yours, not just anybody's. And if you ever leave, then I'll never go on. Nobody, nobody love.
You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. It started when you said hello, just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless. speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room.
welcome you with this moment. Your hopes are being fulfilled. This moment is a merging of two paths of life into one. Bruchim habayim. We welcome you into a loving partnership. So as you start this partnership, I invite you to create for yourselves what this means as you reenact the 7 circles symbolizing the 7 days of creation. Baruch al hakol migadol al hakol migadol al hakol hu yevarech et hachatan Ve'et hakala. One more. Hu yevarech et hatan ve'et hakala. You may be seated. There are two parts or two components to a Jewish wedding. The official engagement, which we're going to do right now, Mazel Tov, you are all invited to that as well. And then the second part is the official wedding. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Praise are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, creating the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot ve'asar lanu et ha'arusot והתיר לנו את הנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, whose mitzvot, whose commandments add holiness to our lives, and whose will guides us even in the most intimate of our relationships. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who sanctifies the people Israel with chuppah, the wedding canopy, and kiddushin, the sacred wedding traditions. Fantastic ride. As you have shared this wine, may you share all things from this day on with love and understanding. May life's joys be heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and each of its moments hallowed. We're ready for the rings. So I need my two witnesses to come up. As I explained before, your job is to make sure that these cost more or have more value than the coins you would get out of a machine at the front of the supermarket. So come take a look, they're right over here. Okay. So you need to hand Jesse Angela's. That's that one. Okay. And you're going to repeat after me. So here's Angela. Okay. Hooray. At. Mikudeshet. Li. Bitkabat. Zo, Kedat, Moshe, Yisrael. By this ring, you are consecrated to me as my wife in accordance with the laws of Moses and the people of Israel. Kachotam al libecha, kachotam al zeroecha. Let me be a seal upon your heart, like the seal upon your hand. I now invite you to share words of love and promise to each other. You can take that card.
Angela, today I take you as my wife, acknowledging and accepting your faults and strengths as you define. I promise to be faithful and supportive, and to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. I will dream with you, celebrate with you, and walk beside you for whatever our lives may bring. Your love and trust makes me a better person each and every day. You were there for some of my greatest challenges. You encouraged me to grow. You have helped me believe in myself and become a better person than I am today. I pledge my love, devotion, faith, and honor as I join my life to yours. You are my person, my love, and my life. Today and always, and I'm proud to call you my wife.
all that love you know that you go through this homeless man phase. Look, at a minimum of about 3 times a year. You were in one of those phases when I first had the pleasure of meeting you. And then again through most of our getting to know you days. Despite that rough exterior, all I ever saw was your magnetic smile and the colorful aura around you as you radiated in perseverance and passion for working with animals and for helping others. And myself, being in that phase as well, meaning the animals, not the homeless phase. Well, it didn't take long for a once-in-a-lifetime type of friendship to develop between us. This blindsided us to where we stand today. You now bring that same radiance to our everyday life together. We have fun doing nothing and everything. I love our ability to complete each other's sentences and how we can even understand each other by a simple look or gesture from across the room. I want to say that I couldn't imagine a life without you, but the sad truth is I can absolutely imagine it because I was living it before you came along. No matter how complete my life may have seemed, something was always missing, and I know now that something was you. It says there on our beautifully written ketubah that from every human being there rises a light that reaches straight to heaven. When two souls are destined to be together, two souls that are destined to be together find each other, their streams of light flow together, and a single brighter light goes forth from their united being. Jesse, you are my companion soul, and the light I have waited so long for. Thank you for choosing me as your life partner. Thank you for always believing in me, and for your never-ending patience with me, and for being a wonderful role model to Silas. You have displayed the true meaning of loving kindness every day of our lives together thus far. I will always uphold and cherish our promises made to one another that are written there in our ketubah. I always tell you that I loved you first, but most importantly, please know I promise to love you always.
This week, this coming Shabbat in synagogue, we will read in the Torah, Re'eh natati lifnechem bracha u'chlala. Behold, see here, I put before you blessings and curses. Our lives are filled with both challenging times and blessings. And it's sometimes up to us how we look at each of them. A curse for one person may be somebody else's blessing, and a blessing for another may be someone else's hardship. Why don't we recite the Shechianu blessing at a marriage? This is a blessing that celebrates new occasions. It celebrates firsts of things. It seems like the perfect blessing for an occasion like this. And yet, the things that we say it on, that one occasion, that new piece of clothing that we put on, eventually that clothing may wear out. But in marriage, we seek a lasting relationship, a relationship that supports each other both in those blessings and in those hardships. So we don't cite the Shechianu blessing on a marriage, because it's something that we hope will never wear out. And it's not just one moment, it's a continuous one moment. Nevertheless, we're going to say it, and we're grateful to God for bringing us to this sacred moment in our lives. So because it's customary to not say it on a wedding, we create an occasion on which to say it, and say it on the occasion underneath. So I'm going to wrap the two of you in Jesse's talit. This will be Angela's first time wearing a talit and their first time being wrapped in a talit together, and we will recite the Shechianu blessing. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam She'echiyanu v'kiyimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, who commanded us and who enabled us to reach this and all first and auspicious occasions. So we'll turn to reading the ketubah at this point, the marriage covenant that was signed before the ceremony began. A Jewish wedding has 3 components to it. According to the rabbis, any one of them would be enough. So thank you for coming to their second wedding. Their first one was about an hour ago at the hotel. Not really. But the signing of a ketubah, the exchange of something of value, the rings, and their first sacred moments together as a couple, which will close out our ceremony today. Don't worry, I won't read the whole thing in Hebrew. Be'echad b'Shabbat, 24 יום לחודש אב שנת 5782 לבריאת עולם למניין שאנו מונים כאן בווסטר מסצ'וסטס בארצות הברית. איך החתן מנדל ישי בן הרש לייב וחנה אמר לה הדה קלטה שושנה אריאלה בת אברהם ושרה, היה לי לענתו כדת משה בישראל, בן אנה אפלח ואוקיר ואוזין ואפרנס, יתיחי ליחי בהלכת גוברין יהודיים בפלחין ומקורין ובזונין ומפורנסין לנשיאון. So I'm going to invite up the groom's brother, Micah, to read the English. It is signed at the bottom. Hakol Sharir V'Kayam Ne'um Esther Leah Bat Suri Feshel Ed Ne'um Nechama Miriam Bat Yosel V'Perel Chana Ed, signed by our 2 witnesses earlier.
This ketubah witnesses before God and all those present that on the first day of the week, the 24th day of the month of Av, in the year 5782, which corresponds to the 21st day of the month of August, in the year 2022, the Holy Covenant of Marriage was entered in Worcester, Massachusetts, in the United States of America, between the groom, Jesse Max Clayman, son of Kenneth and Harriet Clayman, and the bride, Angela Michelle Rose, daughter of Miguel Angel Corrales and Kathy May Rose. And they said to each other, I take you to be mine according to the laws of Moses and Israel. We pledge to be equal partners, loving friends, and supportive companions throughout our lives. We will value and revere one another with honor and integrity as we create a loving future together. We will bring out in ourselves and in each other qualities of forgiveness, compassion, and virtue. Our love will provide us with the determination to be ourselves while cherishing each other's uniqueness. We promise to share in each other's aspirations, and we will empower each other to fulfill our goals and pursue our dreams. We will create a closeness that will enable us to express our innermost thoughts and feelings. We promise to treasure and nourish one another, to be sensitive at all times to each other's needs, to talk and to listen, to honor, respect, and appreciate one another. We promise to always be honest and open, to support each other through life's challenges, to comfort one another through life's sorrows, to share with each other life's joy. We will build a home together filled with laughter, empathy, faith, imagination, trust, friendship, and love. A home in which the holidays and traditions are celebrated in accordance with our Jewish heritage. A home devoted to learning, charity, and acts of kindness. A home where all are welcome. We will build a family and provide for its physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. We will teach our family courtesy and compassion, and we will be role models for the values we teach our children. May our lives blossom together, our souls woven tightly in the deepest intimacy.
And you've both signed it, your witnesses have signed it, I've signed it. So please, how about you pass me the talit? You're going to take this ketubah. You're going to pass it to your bride. Okay, you're going to hand it back to me. And I hope that every time you look at that ketubah hanging in your home, you remember the love and promise that you've made to each other. We now have gotten to the second ceremony, the Nisuin, the actual sanctification of their wedding, which, like with the circles you did earlier, is represented by 7 different blessings known as the Sheva Brachot. They express our gratitude to God for the miracle of life in general and the sanctity of married life in particular. Because there are 7 blessings in all, they are called the Sheva Brachot, and our tradition, 7 carries special significance. It's a number of wholeness and holiness. It's the number of Shabbat, the 7th day, and thus also a number of peace. May the Sheva Brachot confer blessing on each day of every week of your lives together. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol bara lichvodo.
Praise are you, God, who shapes the universe. All things created speak of your glory.
John Manuel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam.
Praise are you, Holy One, who fashioned each person.
Memorized it. Nice. It's not a competition. Dandy. Did you memorize it? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo v'b'tselem demut tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan ad le'ad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
We praise you, God, for forming each person in your image. You have planted within us a vision, and you have given us the means that we may flourish through time. Praise are you, Creator of humanity.
Joanna? סוף תסיס ותגל הכרה בקיבוץ פניה לתוכה בשמחה ברוך אתה אדוני משמח ציון בבניה.
May Israel, once restless for children, now delight as they gather together in joy. Praise are you, God, who let Zion rejoice with her children.
שמח תשמח רעים האהובים כשמח יצרך בגן עדן מקדם ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן וכלה.
Let these loving friends taste the bliss that he gave to the first man and woman in the Garden of Eden and the Eden. Praise are you, the presence dwells with the bride, he was joy.
Harriet. This one involves a little bit of singing. You're invited to clap along. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala Ila rina diva v'cheta ahava ve'achva ve'shalom ve'reut Mehera Adonai Eloheinu. Did you hear that the music changed? You can stop clapping for a moment. It'll come back in a minute. Mehera Adonai Eloheinu shama ve'arei Yehuda v'chutzot Yerushalayim kol sason ve'kol simcha kol chachan ve'kol kala. Let's do it again. We're having so much fun. Kol sason ve'kol simcha kol chachan ve'kol kala. That's why we're rabbinical schools right in South Dakota. Kol mithalot chatanim mechupatam unarim mishne neginatam baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan im hakala. Can you do it with a singing tip? Go ahead.
Praise are you who lights the world with happiness and contentment, love and companionship, peace and friendship, bridegroom and bride. Let the mountains of Israel dance. Let the gates of Jerusalem ring with the sounds of joy, song, merriment, and delight. The voice of the groom and the voice of the bride, the happy shouts of their friends and companions. We praise you, God, who brings bride and groom together to rejoice in each other.
So you can read this, and then hand it to the bride. It is my honor to bless the two of you in this moment. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May Adonai bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May Adonai show you favor and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Adonai show you kindness and grant you peace. Since both of you have acted out of love and affection, acting in accordance with these rites and ceremonies instituted by our Holy Torah, and in accordance with the laws of this Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you, Jesse, and you, Angela, are now husband and wife. Now there is one... Whoop, whoop. Now there is one more part,
Yes,
which...
sir.
Go ahead. So if you watched any movie with a Jewish wedding, you know that there's one part left. But first, we want to have a moment of silence for those who are not here to celebrate this joy today. We also hold a moment of silence to mark the brokenness in our world. We conclude a Jewish wedding with the smashing of a glass. This act also reminds us of the broken souls in our world who are not able to celebrate and share the joy. As we include them in our thoughts, we ask God to make our world whole again and bring to this world the happiness that we feel today. Between now and then, let us pray that however many pieces this glass breaks into, so may Jesse and Angela's happiness be multiplied. When Jesse stops, I invite you all to say Mazel Tov and to participate in the recession, second line style. Heel, cockroach. You want to turn around? Mazel Tov!
was just coasting, never really going anywhere. Caught up in a web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, I fell for you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangled all the strings around my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud nine was always out of reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. Kiss full of color makes me wonder where you've always been. I was hiding in doubt till you brought me out of my chrysalis. Then I came out new. All because of you. And now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangled all the strings from my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud nine was always out of reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. Yeah, you give me Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down. You're taking my hand instead of taking my crown. Untangled all the strings around my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud nine was always out of reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies.
First and foremost, I'm bringing in your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Clayman and Silas.
It's you and me, moving at the speed of light into eternity. Yeah. Tonight is the night. You join me in the middle of ecstasy. Feel the melody and the rhythm of the music around you, around you. I'ma take you there, I'ma take you there. So don't be scared that I'm right here, baby. We can go anywhere, go anywhere. But first, it's your chance. Take my hand, come with me. It's like I waited my whole life.
All right, next up, we got your ushers, Christian and Christopher Corrales.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving.
Put your hands together for parents of the bride, Miguel Corrales and Kathy Rose.
encuentro en mis mañanas. Eres el ave que se posa en mi ventana. Eres la sombra.
And for those who don't know, this is Miguel's song. This is beautiful rendition. This is his song right here.
Eres el sueño que no quiere despertar. Eres el ser que no me canso de besar. Eres aquella que yo siempre anhelé. Eres aquella que más nunca dejé.
All right, next up we have parents of the groom, Ken and Harriet Clayman.
I never dreamed that fate had planned a time for our love to cross. No wheel of fortune stopped by chance could have led to this romance. Falling in love with you was by design. Our love was meant to be destiny. Everything we're feeling here tonight was by design. Part of the master plan. Take my hand, you and I.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your bridesmen and groomsmen. First off, we have Danielle Martinez and Chris Shohan. Next up, we have Peter Mike and Peter Suhaki.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there.
All right, make some noise for Joe Trong and Andrew Kulomsky.
If you feel like a room is off the roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
All right, next up we have Alicia Aguilar and John Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your maid of honor and best man, Karen Valdez and Micah Clayman.
L-A-M-O-R-O-U-S, yeah, G-L-A-M-O-R-O-U-S. We flying first class up in the sky.
All right, these guys wanted to be extra special tonight. We got bridesmaid and groomsmen, Joanna Bergen and Andrew LaLiberty.
May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. Show that. May I have your attention, please?
I'm sexy and I know it. Yeah, when I'm at the mall, security just can't fight them all. And when I'm at the beach, I'm in a Speedo trying to tan my cheeks. What? This is how I roll. Come on, ladies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't have to leave this town to see the world, 'cause it's something that I gotta do. I don't wanna look back in 30 years and wonder. Don't have to leave this town to see the world, 'cause it's something that I gotta do. I don't wanna look back in 30 years and wonder who you're married to. Wanna say it now, wanna make it clear, for only you and God to hear. When you love someone, they say you set them free, but that that ain't gonna work for me. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. All the wasted days, all the wasted nights, I'll blame it all on being young. Got no regrets, cause it got me here. But I don't wanna waste another one. I've been thinking about what I want in my life. It begins and ends the same. If I had to choose what I couldn't lose, there'd only be one thing. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream about you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Clayman. Well done, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can please take your seats. I'm going to ask the wedding party to please find their seats.
Angela and I have known each other for over a decade, like 15 years. When we met, we like instantly clicked and we were like sisters. So it was like friends that chosen and we became family. So being chosen to be your maid of honor, it was truly an honor for me. Angela is a kind friend who will be there for you no matter what, whenever you need her, without questions asked. When she met Jesse, she couldn't stop telling me how great he was. And I was like, really? Okay, all right. But I didn't take it that seriously. A little time passed, and she told me she was in love. And I think I knew that before Jesse, actually. I think I was privy to that before he was. And I literally was like, okay, all right. Still not thinking anything of it. And then she said to me, I don't know in what capacity, but I need to have Jesse in my life. And that's when I knew she was in love with him, and that was the guy for her. I think we all, and obviously we're here, so we all know how that ended up. I was able to see how good they were together. And for that, I want to thank you, Jesse. You allow Angela to be who she is. You allow her to shine without dimming her light. And you are just like so good for her. And I love that you love her unconditionally. That love is hard to find, and when you find it, you just don't let go. I love you both. Wish you nothing but the best. Now raise your glasses. And we're gonna have a toast to love, laughter, and happily ever afters. I love you both.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Karen. Nice job, Karen. And where's my best man, Micah?
Right here.
There he is.
All right. Well, dear Jesse, it's a simple beginning to a 27-year friendship and brotherhood that has been nothing short of an adventure. Speaking of adventures, some of my most fondest memories of my brother include trading stickers, playing our Game Boy Colors, and the occasional bunk bed antics. How did I get roped into feeding your animals this morning at 6 a.m.? You know, speaking of beds, you know what gives me nightmares? The day in which you locked me in the shed. Nothing short of child abuse, but here I am. I survived. As you've grown older, Jesse, I have come to better understand you, both personally and professionally. A man of very few words, and simple words if you have time to talk to him, in between animal hauling, farming, firefighting, nursing, and living your life. I have made a few important observations, though, which are the following. Sleep is not essential, unless you want to keep your hairline. Living life as if it's like your last day is perfectly acceptable. That includes last-minute trips to the absolute middle of nowhere, America. Facebook Marketplace is an addictive digital substance. All that being said, you often say that given our differences, I was adopted and vice versa.
That's true.
After much consideration, I think that I adopted some of your best characteristics and qualities, including, but not limited to, hardworking, courageous, affectionate, and thoughtful. Today, you became a married man. Honestly, I never thought you'd be married before me, but here we are. You found and somehow wrangled the quintessential farmer's wife. A woman who did not need a farm, but wanted a farm and all the stressors associated with it. I am so incredibly proud of you and grateful to call you my brother. If you could all please raise your glasses and cheers to this beautiful couple as they live a life of happiness and prosperity ahead. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for Harriet, Jesse, Miguel, Angela, and Silas? Coming in strong at the end, I like that.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop and thank you, baby. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere I went, it seems I've been there before. You bright enough for me all of my days. With a love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop, thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh yes, how sweet it is to be loved by you. It's just like sugar sometimes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Whoa, yeah.
An arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. Into the car, on the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Ooh, I can get enough. You know you could tear me apart, put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Ooh, I can get enough. Ooh, you got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. Baby, you burn so hot, you make me shiver with the fire. You got this thing you started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver.